Well, welcome back, cruise fans, and here we are now. It's day 4 on our 10-night cruise around Greece and Turkey on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity. And today, day 4, we're in Kusadasi in Turkey, and just thought we would share with you initially this view from deck 4 on Infinity across the bay, and let you know that today we're going off for an excursion. Today we're going to the lovely old ancient city of Ephesus, and we're going to be taking you along with us, and we're going to be doing a port tour, and we'll share all of that with you on the channel. So if this is the sort of content that you like, of course, leave us any comments and consider liking and subscribing to Rain Sue's Travel channel. So Kusadasi, today we're going to Ephesus. We'll take you along with us. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are out on the departure apron, and here is the arrivals area for all the excursions. Of course, we're on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity, and she's in the background. We'll get more of her from the port later on in this video, but a very, very well organised, very straightforward walk out through the terminal to the excursion coaches. So stay tuned as we go off to Ephesus.
The coldest it gets 5-6 degrees Celsius, something around 40-ish Fahrenheit. But the summers are very cool, very dry here. Did any of our guests came here during uncomfortable in the summertime? So this is why I said we chose the best time of the year to come to some of our guests as they came. If you would come here in the summertime.
Okay, so here we are now in the ancient city of Ephesus, and we are just about to go through the entrance. And we have a very nice tour guide with us today, and also some very helpful microphone kits where we get the guided tour. Stay tuned and just get through the entrance now, and already we can see some of the superb ancient ruins of the city. And as we go through, I'll share more of this with you. And Ephesus is a really interesting city. Of course, it's in ruins now because as a result of the local geological conditions, it was essentially eroded and consumed by the hills and the mountains aside. The water ran off the mountains and eroded all of the land on the side of the mountain, and essentially eroded the rest of the city away. So hence why we're left with some of these ruins that you can see here, and some really interesting information on these boards. And do stop the video if you'd like to read the details of this, and gives an indication of all of the works that have been done by the archaeologists in terms of protecting the site, but they have not started any form of reclamation. How useful is that? Pause the video if you need to have a bit of a read. Okay, so despite the fact that we were given microphone kits, my one has decided to stop working, so I shall do my best to share with you this super part of the world. Fantastic ruins in, frankly, really good condition. And just a simply stunning area that is Ephesus and the ruins. A really lovely spot. Okay, so this is the top entrance for Ephesus. We've obviously just come in and walked around and learned a little bit about the history of Ephesus. We are now going to walk down into the valley and see what we can see down there, and a lovely slope down into the more detailed area at the bottom of the valley. And we're going down there now, and incidentally we're walking on marble stones that have been here for 2,300 years. And this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a simply stunning area. And here we are now at the bottom of the valley, and of course now we can see a much wider expanse of ruined buildings. And here's lovely Susie listening in intently to our tour guide, who's talking about the structures on the lower plateau here. So, this goddess is Mika, latterly known as Nike, and the famous footwear brand took her name. And so as we walk down the hill now, we can see little structures like this. This is an old fountain where in ancient times the locals would come and fill their buckets and take water back to their homes. And further evidence of the ruins of Ephesus itself. And we're taking a bit of a walk down the hill now towards some of the rest of the site. It's amazing to see how a town like this was invested in many millennia ago. If you take a look at some of the broken down pieces of stone, the intricate way in which they've all been carved in order to create what was and what must have been a beautiful city. It's amazing to see how much work has gone into some of these pieces, just like the rest of the town itself. And as we continue still further, the gradient of the hill actually gets steeper as you go, and of course some of the more famous photographed areas of Ephesus await us at the bottom of the hill. And here's Trajan's fountain, named after one of the Roman emperors, Trajan, who was actually from Germany. And here an example of mosaic, and a simply stunning piece of mosaic, obviously going back thousands of years and still relatively intact here in Ephesus. Another bathing area initiated in the first half of the 2nd century.
Snakes, serpents. She was called Medusa, the mythological character who could turn a man into stone by looking straight in the eye.
And here in Ephesus, a message from Emperors Valentinian, Valens and Gratian. Obviously one of the announcements that were made at some time during the existence of the town. And so as we arrive down here at the bottom of the hill, we can arrive now at the library, the famous picture that no doubt you have seen when seeing the odd advertisement for Ephesus itself. Quite busy here now, so it's a little bit noisy, but a stunning part of our world history. How lovely is that? And the walkways and the straight roads that lead off from this corner here with this simply stunning library, grand library. And just opposite the library is the so-called House of Pleasure, which 2 to 3 centuries ago clearly was as important socially as it is today. Take a look, I'll say no more. In the ruins of the main library in Ephesus. How beautiful and stunning is that? And inside the library complex and on the back of the face are various carvings and messages from ancient times. And stunning views of the main library, and with a view up the main street in Ephesus. And as we come out from the side of the library area, we lead into an open area, a grassed area, but also lots of columns which formed part of one of the main streets. And we'll continue to make our way down this avenue with the tour, and you can see again and still some of the tremendous carvings that have been preserved, and another beautiful view looking back over the main library and the beautiful trees and the general environment around here by the side of the mountain, and yet more ruins of Ephesus itself. How lovely is that? And here the site of the commercial market, and the open green space in the middle was used for that purpose. And as we walk still further on our tour of Ephesus, and again now we can see another area that's under some reconstruction, and quite a significant undertaking by the Turkish government and no doubt the Department of Antiquities to restore this stunning historical site. And another stunning view across this giant amphitheatre built into the side of the mountain, and obviously under major renovation. And then further avenues towards the lower end of the site. And here come some of the chaps who are enacting some of the historical activities. they're going to have a bit of a fight. Spare him. Oh, that's the end of him. And as we get towards the end of this tour now, I believe, we go through this beautifully scenic tree-lined avenue up towards a little village and some shops for your convenience at the top of the hill. Okay, so as you come down towards the end of the main street now, there is a sort of retail area and a few more information boards sharing the experience and the Ephesus Experience Museum, and one last sweeping look of Ephesus itself. Okay, so that's the exit from the tour of Ephesus, and as you come out of the tour there are a number of stores and retailers here to help extract a few euros from you. Hopefully you might find something that's of interest to you. Okay, so buses in this quite expansive car park. Of course, a number of sellers. Just had a chat with a taxi driver and they were seeking 50 euros for a taxi ride back to the port, and when pressed they dropped it to 40, but of course we're on the coach. But at least it gives an indication of what they might want to try and charge you if you're here and need a taxi service back. So hope that's been useful for you. Okay, so we're back on the port complex now, and we've been off board today and we've been to Ephesus, that beautiful town just outside Kusadasi with fantastic Roman ruins, and we hope that you've enjoyed that video. We hope you've enjoyed coming along with us as we explore Ephesus. And now we're back on board. We're getting on board the Celebrity Infinity, a beautiful ship, and it's been a great day here, day 4 on our 10-day cruise. So that was Ephesus. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again in our next weekly video. Bye bye.